And, there was such a progression to this, even like taking more risk on where I'd watch porn. I'd watch it in the office on my work computer, which is kind of insane when you think about it.
Yeah.
And, I start watching different types of porn, categories I didn't even know existed, right? You go down the left-hand side of that porn, category after category after category. And for me, I started gravitating towards like fetish porn and then eventually porn outside of my sexual orientation. And I didn't know what I was doing. I didn't know why this was so intoxicating and why I couldn't stop. And the problem was, nothing wrong with that type of porn, but for me, it brought up so much shame. And that shame was so debilitating in my life. And so it was really a painful experience. This was a long time ago, so there wasn't information around that. There wasn't a place to go and talk about this stuff. So, I just had this kind of really horrible feeling. I was engaging in a behavior that didn't feel like it was in alignment with my values, and I was suffering.
Man, I'm sorry to hear that, man.
Okay.
I know that we've talked about this kind of a lot, and I've heard you share before. But anytime somebody says that like they feel a lot of shame, like it just really resonates with me, man. I've felt a lot of that in my life. Is just shame for different things. It's so powerful,
and you can't stop.
And you said this sounds like a long time ago, man. I've had friends that I've talked to this week that it's the same story. Yeah, man, I can relate to like looking at pornography and the horror you feel after. But then you still need something but then like it kind of wears off, or you get out of that shame, and then you again are looking for something that'll kind of give you a feeling, something makes me feel good about myself, or I'm not dating well, or I'm afraid of women, anything, whatever's going on, and then you find yourself back there.